Hello, everyone. DMB at AU4A live.
Good evening, guys. Let's start with our president.
Basically, all I've done is keep my promise.
Promise made, promise kept.
And that's very unlike any other government official we've seen and heard before. So, a lot of things going on.
As usual.
As usual. And a lot of things to talk to everybody about. But most important is the lack of support we have for our president, Boris. I think that's what bothers me the most. And when I say the lack of support for our president, I don't mean just going to the rallies and having fun. Because, as we all know, the rallies are a lot of fun. They're amazing. They're amazing just to go there, hear him speak, and be in the midst of all support. But then we all go home. And what do we become again? People become keyboard warriors, meaning they don't support each other. They don't commit to anything. They don't do anything except post how bad the other side is. And again, I'm going to start this by saying, guess what, guys? They are sticking together. Even our president said in his speech, which I have to say he's absolutely right about. You have to give him credit for sticking together. So with that said, there's been a lot of things that are going on that nobody talks about anymore. All they talk about is how they tried to impeach, but they couldn't impeach, and what's going on that they want us to know about. But few things happen, Boris, that people don't really pay attention to. And this is exactly what happens while we are watching the media and falling for the propagandas that they're throwing at us. Meanwhile, these things are happening behind our back. Virginia Democrats are trying to advance a bill now to give driver's licenses to 300,000 illegals.
Does Virginia has 300,000 illegals? I know it's going on in New York.
I guess
But
so.
and this is what we're talking
guess
about.
so.
If something happens in one state, it rolls over
Exactly.
to neighboring, or a lot of things.
For the life of me, I don't understand how people are still not taking this seriously. And the other thing that happened, a child was brought to America illegally by his so-called uncle. Now, nobody checked to see if it's a real uncle or not. He was brought over here illegally by so-called uncle. Now, this child died. This child died 6 months later after being brought here illegally by his uncle, beaten to death.
How old? 2-year-old?
2-year-old. Beaten to death.
Well, let me say something about a president
Yes.
that I really, when he had addressed the whole nation, how he's fighting that, which
Yeah.
I love. Those sanctuary states, they have their own laws about illegals and everything, but he released a bill. Now the
Right.
people that suffered were killed by illegal immigrants. Their relatives, they can actually bring a lawsuit against the state that did it. I know this can never repay their their losses, but what it can do, and if it's gonna keep happening, actually they're gonna drain money of the state by making those lawsuits. So this is some way that he found a way to start
Yes.
fighting back.
And as right as that is, it takes the government officials of that state to follow laws.
But then again, if he allowed
if
to
they-
have a lawsuit, just like I want to
And
tell
again,
you,
a lot of the judges there, you don't know what they're going to do.
it's a step in the right direction again by our president.
But it has to be supported and enforced by us, the people of that state, too. And that's what we talk about. That's constantly what we tell you about. We need to support our local communities and our local government and our local police presence, our local first responders units. We need to get involved. If we don't get involved, nothing changes, Boris.
Yeah.
I don't care how many laws they throw at it, because the Democrats do not follow the laws.
How about those 2 shootings that happened within 12 hours today in New York?
This morning.
All targeted are the police officers of New York, and
Yeah.
not targeted to assassinate them.
Yeah.
To assassinate actually within two blocks radius.
I hate to make light of this, but I'm very anxious to see what happens with these murderers. That's what I. the
Well,
only
if
thing
they're
I
here
can-
illegally,
yeah.
it sounds like nothing much is going to happen to them. But usually, from my experience, if law enforcement officers being attacked, they'll make sure that they'll find them. God
Let's
willing.
hope so. Let's hope so.
Let me just add something that I
Yes.
don't know if you saw. I'm sure you saw on Facebook. It was on Good Morning with Friends, Fox Friends. There's an Arizona State University, a liberal student, right after impeachment, literally was standing and screaming his head off that he wants to cut head of our president and all the Republicans.
Slash their throats, I
slash
believe
their
was
throats.
their-
Thank you.
Yeah, the right
But
way.
meanwhile, do you know that he was screaming? There is a chapter that was actually organized and made by actually a Muslim student. That it's called the Students for
Trump.
Trump movement, exactly. But the point I'm trying to make, have you seen it on any news?
No, nobody talks about it.
Now, mind you, that remember this young guy in MAGA hat next to the White House?
Yes, the boy.
Native American came out inches from his nose and was banging
Beating the
on his drum,
yeah.
okay, for 20 minutes, irritating him. He did not do anything, just standing there and just standing his ground and smiling. What media dragged them through?
Yeah, because he
dragged
smiled
through
and
MAGA.
because he didn't do anything.
What happened to this liberal idiot?
The liberals get away with everything. And as long
Where
as
is
we
the
do
media?
not unite and make sure that something is done, nothing's going to change, guys. Unfortunately, me and Boris cannot save the world for you. Groups like ours, just alone, as group leaders, we cannot save the world. Neither can they, neither can we. Only one way we can actually make this work and change things for the better is if we unite and actually work on this together. With that said, another thing happened. And it's happening right now, by the way. New Way Forward Bill. This is a name of a new bill that Ilhan Omar, AOC, and the other Democrats are actually putting together as we speak. I wonder how many people know about this. It's called the New Way Forward Bill, Open Borders. So what this bill does is they're trying to pass it into law so that immigrants that commit serious crimes get to stay in America. So now not only are we okay with them breaking the laws, we invite them to break the laws and then make sure that they don't get punished.
And now
for
to
them.
terrorize our citizens here in America legally.
Yes.
How do you like that?
And they're saying it right out in the open. They don't care. At this point, they're not even hiding it. And you know what? What really strikes me is not that they're being so loud and obnoxious about it, but that our people, like every day, Boris, and this is, again, I have to say this, every day I go online, even in our group, and people are like, get her out of office, take them out of office, we need to fire this, we need to do that, do this, do that. Who's we? Who are you talking about? Get who out of office?
No. What are you doing?
What are you doing? You, the people that actually write this.
Tell them what they can do. How they
Now I'm
can
going to
help.
tell you what you can do. You can actually get in contact with me, Boris, Alan, or any of our leaders. Get in contact with us. We're going to do Newsflash Lives. We're going to be doing all these things that are going to be able to help you. Help your community in fixing the problems in your community. That starts in our community. Get the right people voted into office so that they can work with our president. And again, I'm going to repeat this for everybody that just came into our group within the last few days. We are a group that is for our freedoms. We are not Democrat. We are not Republican. We are not independent. All we are is Americans. We love our country. We are loyal to our country, to our president that has the best interest of the country at heart. That's why we support him. That's why we are ready to do anything in order not to bring communism and socialism into our beautiful country. Me and Boris, again, for those that you don't know, are children of immigrants. Our parents came here legally. Our parents obeyed the laws. Our parents built homes, businesses, provided work for other people in America, paid their taxes. Our parents came here to help prosper America and be able to have the freedom that America gives you.
And that's what they taught us.
Yes. Now, for those people that are right now never Trumpers and whatever supporters of whoever, I just want people to understand one thing. Everything is in comparison. And when we compare everybody that's running for office now, for the presidential seat, we have to look at things face value. Again, Bernie Sanders. Now I understand all the Bernie supporters, the fact that they're rooting for him, they want him to win because he's promising to give the country so much free stuff, and the AOC are on it. Now let's get real, and I'm not bashing anyone, I'm just stating facts. Bernie Sanders, a Jew, who has never worked a day in his life, started as a career politician at his late 20s, who loves the socialist communist life because he's never
to Soviet
ever
Union
lived it.
and had his honeymoon there. You like that?
He's never lived that life, guys. He's never lived it. He honeymooned there. He visited there. He's never lived it. So for you that you don't know, communism and socialism works one way. The government gets all your money, then they drain you, and they drain everything they promise you. You go to a store and all those free things that they promise you are not at the store. You buy one roll of toilet paper, one more than you need to have. You will have the police, the FBI in our case, at your door knocking, where did you get the money to buy that roll of toilet paper? There is no opportunity to become richer or poorer than anyone. You will be what the government wants you to be.
Yeah, everybody's equal.
And guess what? That person that you're supporting that wants you to live in that sheltered bubble, depending on him to decide what is right and wrong for you, is one of the 1%ers. One of the 1%ers of America. He's talking about taking money away from the rich. Why isn't he giving us his money? He is the 1% of the rich. Just in case all you people that support him didn't know, he is 1% of the rich. He's not sharing his money. He does not want to give you his money. In fact, he's been robbing the government as long as he's been in government.
Well, facts.
These are facts.
No, the fact
Please
that
check
for
us.
so many 30, 40 years in the office, what has he done? What bill did he pass through that actually worked for his constituents? That's facts. Whatever he did, obviously nothing. What is he going to do now for America?
Next one. Warren. Elizabeth Warren. I don't know if she said an honest thing in her life yet. And people are still rooting for her. People are still going to these ridiculous rallies and collecting money for her. Now, like Bernie's selling his soul to the devil, and I say that because, and I'm not gonna
You okay?
deal with people thinking I'm prejudiced or anything, but I have no problem with Christians, I have no problem with Jews, I have no problem with Muslims. But if any one of those religions are standing on TV and talking bad about the other religion and then the person from that religion they talk about, who they obviously, blatantly, openly tell you they hate, starts campaigning with them, starts collecting money with them, starts working with them. That tells you a lot. Elizabeth Warren just lies her way through everything. So far, everything this woman has told anyone has been a lie. Every single thing. But not only that, Elizabeth Warren is someone who really did not do anything for her people either. And again, look at all these supporters for her. And now we have Pete Buttigieg. I mean, can you imagine any of these people, especially Pete Buttigieg, going overseas to negotiate deals with other countries for us? And I'm not knocking him down because he's gay.
Lady or man.
I'm not knocking him down because he's gay. I don't care what you are. I have gay friends, I have Jewish friends, I have Muslim friends, I have all kinds of friends. But all my friends, whatever the religion, whatever the belief, and whatever they are, laugh at that. Can you imagine this guy going overseas with his accomplishments? Now let's look at his accomplishments. He's a mayor of a city that's falling apart. He has not done anything for his city while he was there, and now he's doing even less, running for...
Do you know that what he's running on? That he wants, number one, is to raise taxes for rich people. He wants to go, that's what he said, wants to go after pharmaceutical companies because they're feeding people opiates and things like this. And any big corporations that are very wealthy, he's going to tax them very, very high. Needless to say, and I have to say this is on MSNBC, he has 40 billionaires in America that support him.
Now, tell us. Okay.
Now, how does that make sense? If I know that he would tax the shit out of me, why would I support him? Does that make sense?
Doesn't Bernie have the same thing? All these
$1
million businesses supporting him and Elizabeth
I'll just
Warren.
be quiet. Why don't I do that? Go ahead.
The point is, they all preach bullshit. And when we cut the bullshit, we need to stop and get serious. If you are so tired of being branded by being a Trump supporter, or by being a Republican, or by being a conservative, or by being anything but a patriot of America, you need to get with it. You need to wake up. You need to move away from your keyboard for a couple of seconds. Contact a group like ours or our group, and tell us how you want to participate.
I'll tell how they can participate.
Go ahead.
You actually forgot about it, that you've been working on 2 months with your leaders, that we have a petition actually already and out there. All we need is signatures.
Yes.
Everybody that's been complaining that all our taxpayers' money going to this hawks, this impeachment trials, how much money were wasted. Now it's the time that we can actually sue. How many attorneys, good, smart, educated people, attorneys in our group that are actually willing to take this case upon? All we need, guys,
is signatures.
At least we need 1,000 signatures. More is better, so they know they have support. We have those documents ready. I sent them out to all my friends on Facebook.
We got
through
3
Messenger
signatures so far. 3
we have
signatures.
it on Facebook. We have it on our website. Guys, you can go sign it if you're for it.
Now, you can be one of the people that are talking about it, asking about how we get those people out of office, telling somebody, whoever you think you're talking to, get them out of office, and actually join a group.
And by the way, God willing, this will go through. We will collect. We'll make sure we're not gonna sleep day and night. Make sure just whatever we do, everything, we'll get it right done. And if this lawsuit, God willing, will go through, we will get money. All this money gonna go to people that signed.
The ones that are
everything.
signing it, the ones that are doing it.
Exactly. This is the time how to fight back. We are doing it Why don't you join us?
Yeah, if you're just expecting us to do the work for you, guys, we've done so much work for
We're
you.
not Democrats. We
Yeah.
can't raise people from the grave to have a
Exactly.
signing. We need
Petitions.
we need real patriots to do that, guys. So if you don't know how to find it, it is on our website. Americans Unite #4 for America. If you don't see it, can't find it, please reach out to us. You can find us on Facebook, Messenger.
And if you want to have an event in your state with your local politicians and you need our help, we will get involved. We will help you. Get in touch with us. We're looking for anyone that's taking the responsibility to join us in putting together events in their states. We are planning events here. What are you looking at?
I'm listening.
We're planning an event here. We're planning a few events right now. Planning an event in Florida. Get in touch with us. Find out. There's only so much we can say on the live chats, on the live views, because our actual platforms on the social media is silencing
Oh, yeah.
us.
By the way, Diane, you know
Which
that
is something I wanted you to tell our people what Diamond and Silk has done and what we've actually just seen happen.
well, before I'm gonna say that Facebook actually right now there's not even censoring. They don't allow us when groups ask to join us. They don't allow. We cannot accept groups into our group. This is something new that's been happening for a week. Meanwhile, what Diane is talking about, that and I do appreciate, thank you, they actually took the initiative, Diamond and Silk, which most of their followers on social media, Facebook, and of course they're being censored. So they actually took their protest to Congress. And what happened? They actually took the initiative, but I think the problem that they had, they just went two of them. They did not have enough people with them.
They didn't have any people.
They didn't have any, and they did not have right representation by
They didn't have
attorneys.
any.
So what happened was, instead of them introducing their case, they were actually attacked and drilled by if Donald Trump or their organization gave any money to Diamond and Silk. So yes, they got publicity. Yes, but I don't think they achieved anything. Again, it's all about strength and numbers.
They didn't even get enough publicity. So Diamond and Silk, if you're watching us, contact me or Boris. We would love to give you that
We
publicity.
love you,
too.
ladies.
Let's
I think
join.
you're doing a great
You're
job.
Amazing.
You're a great
are
job.
amazing.
But we strongly believe only if we unite, more voices, more people, we can achieve a lot more. And I want to say, just by them taking, it's not easy, the initiative, going there and standing in front of all those people there, that takes some guts. So, ladies, but it's just the beginning, I believe.
It's just the beginning,
can
and
just
we
grow
will
on
support
that.
you in any way we can.
Absolutely.
In every way we
And
can.
all our patriots, all our group members, we will actually tell them to do the same. We
Yes.
will share that message.
And one more thing, Boris, that bothers me. I
Only one?
literally, well, a lot of things, but there's only so much time in a live feed before we get turned off. Giuliani, our president's attorney, has so much evidence against the Russia collusion with the Bidens. Evidence, people that actually are ready to testify. Guess what? For 2 years, our government
He
did
had
not-
these documents. He has documents he was gonna give to the people.
FBI.
Here, take them. Nobody
Nobody
wants
wants
to take them. No one. But Diane, there's actually, there's some good things are happening. On a good note, first of all, I want to say that you know how we always talk about sharing things with. I had actually a few of my close friends that you know, Alex and Arthur,
Right.
that not in politics, my friends for 40 years. They actually reached out to me right after our president was acquitted. They congratulated me. First, I thought they were joking, but no, they were 100% serious. I was taken back because they know how much we're in love. They actually started to follow, and you know what? It gave me such a good feeling. They called me like it's my birthday. Boris, I want to
I
congratulate
felt like it was
you.
my birthday.
No, it was
Yeah.
actually great. I felt good about it. And another thing that I really loved, and I had such a good time just listening about it, this guy Windman. He was, guys, I don't know if you heard that night. He was escorted from White House from his duty. He was fired Him and the other one, the ambassador to Europe,
Sunderland.
he also. But let me just say something. When Windman, this guy, okay, came from Ukraine, okay, achieved a lot. He had an opportunity, grew up in rank. He was somebody to, in US
Yeah.
Army. Now what he does, he goes to speak against our president, and on national TV he's telling that Ukraine was
Wanted to
offering,
hire him.
yes, was giving him job of Secretary of Defense or something. I mean, how much brain do you have to have? I mean,
Obviously, he has none.
traitor, number
Traitor.
one.
Traitor.
So I do like that. Soon as our president, he kind of got these things out of the way. First two people he got rid of was him.
Hopefully, this is the beginning of
This
the
is the
dreaming as
beginning.
well.
This is the beginning.
And that's why we need to stick together,
Yes.
unite together, and support each other in helping our president, our local politicians, work with our president and help our president in every possible way we can. Because I have to say, at the speech, at the
State of the Union.
State of the Union speech, one thing I have to say broke my heart. How many America haters were there? Our president did an amazing job with the country.
American
Amazing
haters
job.
in government.
And we,
Not just-
knowing that we are sitting back and actually not doing enough to get these people out of there, what is wrong with us? One thing the left is right about, they keep doing it because they see we're not fighting it.
Have you seen a picture? Or I think you showed me the picture in Hitler days.
Yeah,
That they
the
have rallies,
women in the
everybody
white.
in the white.
Hitler's women, it was called.
White robe. They were wearing all white robes.
And this is our government now. This was so many women of our government sitting there in white dressings.
Meanwhile,
It's disgusting.
don't forget that anything that they say white is racist.
Yeah.
Rashida and
Yeah.
Ilan Omar, they say white is racist. Now they're dressed in white.
They're racist. But we know they're racist. They're already coming out and telling
Oh
us,
my
boys,
God.
they don't give a they don't care. They don't get punished for it. How many times have they said things about everybody?
God willing-
about every supporter
God
of our
willing,
president.
This will stop.
And we don't react. There's very few of us, like me and you, that actually do something. The rest are keyboard warriors. The Q movement, I respect whatever you think, guys. We still live in a free country. But the Q movement should tell us one thing. If we sit back and watch this happen and not do anything to support the people that are fighting it, we're done. Because it'll be late to wake up. It'll be too late to wake up. You want to talk about the red wave? You want to write landslides 2020? Guess what? You have to work for it. Just like anything we know we have to work for in this country or any other country. In fact, I'm going to put it down to you very simply. Everybody by now has seen that nothing has been done fairly when the left is involved. So what makes any of you think that actually voting is going to be done fairly? They're going to try everything. If impeaching our president didn't work, they're going to try horrible things. I'm ready. My eyes are wide open. And that's why I live and breathe what we're doing. I would love to see more Trump supporters, more American supporters, more patriots come to us, contact us, and ask us, guys, how can we help?
How?
Because
Again,
it's all
how,
noise.
Again, how can we help? Just like what I said, number one, this petition, it can work. If somebody, and I just want to say, if you guys, somebody are not very good with computers or elder people that you can actually print it out on a page and you can actually take it to somebody. Maybe like assisted home community, maybe, elderly people or people don't want to, I don't know, just don't want to go online. They can
Contact
actually,
us and we'll tell you about it before Boris tells you everything and then we get shut down. Because that's what happens. Guys, we are being witnesses of sitting down and doing nothing while everything that we hold dear to us being taken away, and we're still keyboard warriors. Please, let's show them what the red wave is. Let's really show them what the red wave is. Let's really show them how much our country is loved by us, the patriots. Because I've seen many videos today, Boris, of other countries holding up the American flag and our president's picture, wanting to be every single one of them
He's actually
wanting to
helping
be
the
an
whole
American.
world. If America is doing good, the whole world is booming in economy. We give business, we buy, we sell, we trade.
So with that, I'm going to end this by saying thank you. But another thing you can do is actually share our videos, because they also get very censored and shut down and limited views.
So be our whistleblowers.
Yes.
Let's see what the president has to say.
Fox and Friends in the morning, they're very honorable people.
And by the way, so since we're talking about Fox and Friends, anybody that hears me right now, whether you're Tucker Carlson, whether you're Hannity, whether you're Laura Ingraham, Greg Gutfield, anyone, Jesse Waters, please shout out to us, contact us. We would love to come on your show, or we would have you have more of Diamond and Silks, of people like us that are actually fighting for our country. It's wonderful what you're doing, but it's repetitive, and it's all the people that just speak their opinions. We're so tired of opinions. We want people doing something, and we're ready to do it. So contact us and give us the opportunity to come on your shows and talk about what's really going on in our communities.
Actually, Ingram
Angle.
I did hear she said if there's any event that anybody's holding, she would be happy to travel and speak at that event.
Really?
Yes.
Let's take her up on it.
Yes, let's do it.
Okay, so
And you know
that's
what?
what we're
I
going to be
believe
doing
we
tomorrow.
will reach your
We'll
shoe.
follow up. We'll follow up with you guys and
What do
let
you
you
think?
know what happens.
What do you think?
I hope so. I hope so. But I'm not holding my breath on anybody anymore. It seems to
It's all
me
up to
that's-
us, guys.
It's all up
We
to
can't
us.
rely on anybody but us. That's how we've been. That's how we achieved what we have achieved. But it's a lot, but it's nothing compared to what needs to be done. And we can only do it united together with your help.
So with that said,
Good night,
thank you.
guys.
Good night.